Happy Monday. It's a beautiful Monday. Why? Because rap's not dead. Rap is thriving. We have brand new Coast Contra, one of the greatest hip-hop groups doing it right now. You want MCing at a high level, you want wordplay, you want intimate rhyme schemes, you want flow changes, you want cadences. They tick all the boxes. No, my friends, rap is thriving. Coast Contra.
You remember when hip-hop used to be fun? MCs had their own style and shit. Shit crazy. Look, you been wondering where we been.
Shots fired in the intro already, man, but we know they got their own style.
Shit crazy. Look, you been wondering where we been. Around the world, we brought it back again.
Hey.
This, that sound that make you reminisce. It's all happening. You been wondering where we been. Around the world, we brought it back again. This, that sound that make you reminisce. It's all happening.
Hey yo, my dear, you're overcome with fear. You pray, you say hello with someone there. Don't give up, give me one chance to share. Cause you're not the only one in despair, this I know. Time's hitting hard, we can all feel the impact. Even though it's hard, never call it a mismatch.
Hey.
Some niggas like me that resent that. Just know I gets my lick back. Even when you're broke, you can fix that. Yeah, the system is cracked, but the solar system's intact. So drop.
Man, speaking to the soul right now, the wisdom that's being dropped. Also, did we get a company man shout out at the intro there? It's all happening. And this is my reminder yet again. I'm visually documenting this. I need to reach back out to Rio, and I need to get that beat from him because he wants to produce for me. Come on now, Knox, get your shit together.
Comments in the space showing we exist. Follow
It just has that soulful, classic boom bap feel to it. But that's what I love that Coast gives you, right? They give you that just sort of classic hip hop vibe, but it's reinvigorated. It's fresh. It's energized. It's new for the modern era.
But the solar system's intact. So drop comments in the space showing we exist.
Nice.
Follow with me while I rimmer. Boom, still remember many forgotten winners. Back when my sole agenda was to get rich as a kid. I didn't even know polenta exists. Always had grit since the placenta. A born sinner with clenched fists. I kept my head up, remained on the swivel. Bounced back so many times. Niggas thought I double dribble.
Hey.
Nowadays I'm traveling.
Hey.
Catch me bumping the clips when I pull up in the Vatican City.
Hey.
He be remiss if his holiness didn't know who sent me. Ha ha, nah, don't offend me. That's hard to deal with. You know I'm indie.
Hey.
Business is business. Personal if I get forgiveness. Life is a bitch. Try not to be chauvinistic.
Bar.
Look, I know she gets expensive, but when she's gone, she don't come visit ya. On the dotted line goes the signature. Yelling, here come the repo man. Here come the repo man.
Hey.
Looking to take away your self-esteem, take away your essence, take away your dreams, take away your faith, take his place, take you to extremes, damn near take away everything. So what's your takeaway? It's like I say, yo, I got what it takes, no question. Can't no man on earth repossess my blessings, cause I believe what's for me is for me and that's destined. That's a life lesson, learned since an adolescent. Now we're chopping with the elders, built knowledge with mental elders, sharing echoes of wisdom like Zelda.
Hey.
Hard knock scholars that rock street regalia, reminisce and then regalia, really. Paralyzed by the burnt smell of paraphernalia. They feel pain because the guilt's still familiar. They eyes show you better than they tell you. Until then, you never seen a museum of failures. They
Facts.
regret taught me about success. I became obediently rebellious. Yes, obedient to God, but the rebel within. Cause darkness only comes from the mind of men. Say what? Darkness only
Preach.
comes from the mind of men. Say what? Darkness only comes from the mind. Get out your head, trust your heart, find the light. Every soul
that.
contains the same potential to shine bright. Taj Austin. My name's Eric Jamal. My friends call me.
That was stacked, man. Let's bring it back and just break this down and really appreciate this verse. I love the knowledge here. I love the messaging to this. Why is it freezing on me? Come on. Cooperate, YouTube. We got work to do.
Around the world, we brought it back again. This, that sound that make you reminisce.
I love how it's very lo-fi, very low-key right now, right? And then once Taj drops in, that's when the percussion just kicks you, and he just starts running. It just brings a different energy, right? Rio's just got that very smooth, right, drop-down delivery, kind of like wheeling you in for a second, and then we push out, and then we kick it off.
It's all happening. You've been wondering where we been. Around the world, we brought it back again. This, that sound that make you reminisce. It's
all happening.
Hey yo, my dear, you're overcome with fear. You pray, you say hello with someone there. Don't give up, give me one chance.
You say hello, is someone there? I love right there, because before that, Hello, hello, my dear. You're overcome with fear. He's hitting that. Overcome with fear. Hello, hello, my dear. Right there. Those one syllable just hits and those taps hit exactly with the percussive hits. Right? And then what does he do? He just lets himself fall a little bit behind that pocket. And just that percussive hit. Very sort of jazz type of delivery when you just fall like a little bit behind the time signature, right?
Around the world,
in the middle of this bar.
it's all happening.
Hey yo, my dear, you're overcome with fear. You pray, you say hello with someone there.
Right there. And then he just kind of lets it just carry it out a bit and just fall behind it. Nice little just rhythmic control there.
Give me one chance to share, cause you're not the only one in despair. This I know.
Not the only one in despair. Or also the only one in this pair because he's a twin.
Don't give up, give me one chance to share.
Because then he has the mismatch bar too.
Cause you're not the only one in despair, this I know. Time's hitting hard, we can all feel the impact.
Facts.
Even though it's hard, never call it a mismatch. There's some niggas like me that resent that. Just know what gets my lick back. Even when you're broke.
Gets my lick back. Obviously like hitting a lick, but before that, getting my lick back, resent that. Times is hard. Impact. A little bit of like a sexual double going on too.
Like me that resent that.
But I don't want to like belittle the message of this bar here because it just, I love times is hard. We all feel the impact. Like he's speaking to our souls right now and just the crazy shit that's going on in the world.
Know what gets my lick back. Even when you're broke, you can fix that.
Nice juxtaposition bar. Broke to fix. But even though not just being broke as a person, but also literally being monetarily broke. You can fix that. So fixing being broken versus being broke and having no money, fixing that. Again, nice little flip there.
Yeah, the system is cracked, but the solar system's intact. So drop comments in the space showing we exist.
Drop comments and the way that he just like comments, like he made it so you could fit that. You could fit a little bit of a stretch, but it's Coast, man. And I just like that they really try to push the pen and they try to like really like make those just, you know, those doubles hit. And slant those in.
System is cracked, but the solar system's intact. So drop comments in.
System's cracked, but the solar system. But also to me, speaking to our souls, our soul system is intact. Drop comments versus, and he's got the double just right there within the lyrics, so we can all catch it in the space. A comma in space versus obviously comments in the space, the World Wide Web.
In the space showing we exist. Follow with me while I rim up.
And then follow with me. Come follow with me versus like literally following someone online.
So drop comments in the space showing we exist. Follow with me while I rim up. Boom, still remember many forgotten winners. Back when my sole agenda was to.
While I rema. Boom. It's almost like he got just shaken back into reality there. He didn't say reminisce, but then he talks about remembering forgotten winners. Nice just little flip out of reminisce, like not finishing that bar, but then using that thought and that completion to carry on into the next bar.
While I remember, boom, still remember many forgotten winners. Back when my sole agenda was to get rich as a kid. I did.
Then he's flipping the soul, S-O-L-E versus S-O-U-L, and I talked about the soul, solar system, and flipping all that.
Boom, still remember many forgotten winners. Back when my sole agenda was to get rich as a kid. I didn't even know polenta exists. Always had grit.
Polenta is a type of grits, really. Is a type of porridge. Always had grit. I had that grit, that drive. Versus polenta. But what's ironic about that bar is obviously like in the U.S. with polenta, right? Polenta you'll only find rarely at like nice Italian restaurants. And it's become more of like a nicer dish. And he's saying, I came from the bottom. I had no idea about worldly things and stuff like this. But I like the tie-in with polenta, though, because polenta is basically porridge, right? It's basically grits. So a lot of the working class in Italy, a lot of farmers would have polenta, right? Tying in just with that work, that grind, that drive, coming from the bottom.
Agenda was to get rich as a kid. I didn't even know polenta exists. Always had grit since the placenta. A born sinner with clenched fists. I kept my head up, remained on the swivel, bounced back so many times. Niggas thought I double dribbled. Now
bounce back versus double dribbling. Then he's got the travel bar, so it's all a basketball scheme. Like you're double dribbling, you're traveling, you're committing fouls. Versus nowadays he's traveling, he's going worldwide, which ties into the polenta lines before that in Italy.
Nowadays I'm traveling, catch me bumping the cuts when I pull up in the Vatican City. He be remiss if his holiness didn't know sent me. Ha ha, nah, don't offend me. That's how
I love that because he was talking to the soul before. Now we're tying in with the Vatican City and that just famous performance now with Clips and John Legend that we did a breakdown of. What a moment from this year, man.
He be remiss if his holiness didn't know sent me. Ha ha, nah, don't offend me. That's hard to deal with. You know I'm in the business.
Hard to deal with. hard to cope with him, deal with him, versus obviously giving him a deal because he's indie. You can't deal with me on that sense. That's a nice bar versus give me a record deal because I'm independent. I'm an indie artist.
And no sent me, ha, ha, nah, don't offend me. That's hard to deal with. You know I'm indie. Business is business. Personal if I get forgiveness. Life is a bitch. Try not to be chauvinistic.
I like that line. Life is a bitch. I've heard many life is a bitch lines, but try not to be chauvinistic. Try not to take advantage of that, right? Try not to be a womanizer.
Look, I know she gets expensive, but
which is ironic saying life is a bitch, right?
When she's gone, she
very tongue-in-cheek bar.
Don't come visit you. On the dotted line goes a signature. When she's gone, she don't come. Not to be chauvinistic. Look, I know she gets expensive, but when she's gone, she don't come visit you.
Life gets expensive versus having a bitch that's really running up those credit card charges, right? But she doesn't come visit once she's gone. Life, once you lose life, you don't get it back, do you?
On the dotted line goes a signature. Tell her, here come the repo man. Here come the repo man. Looking to take away your self-esteem.
Here come the repo man, because for me, you know, life always comes back to claim itself from you, doesn't it? In the end, we're all gonna die one day.
Away your essence, take away your dreams, take away your faith, take his place, take you to extremes, damn near take away everything. So what's your takeaway?
I like that. Taking away things versus what is your takeaway? What is your thoughts from this? How do you respond to all this? I just love, again, just a clever little word flip right there on takeaway.
Take you to extremes, damn near take away everything. So what's your takeaway? It's like I say, yo, I got what it takes, no question. Can't no man on earth repossess my blessings.
I got what it takes. Can't no one repossess. He just had a whole takeaway setup, right? I've got what it takes. So then he flips the takes, but repossess is just another synonym for, you know, taking away, right? So I got what it takes. Can no one take away? Can no one repossess? Nice flip on that.
I say, yo, I got what it takes, no question. Can't no man on earth repossess my blessings.
Yeah.
Cause I believe what's for me is for me, and that's destined. That's a life lesson. Learned since an adolescent. Now we're chopping with the elders. Built knowledge with mental welders. Sharing echoes of wisdom like Zelda.
Legend of Zelda has a game, Echoes of Wisdom, versus his knowledge that he's dropping and sharing it with the elders. And there are elders in the Legend of Zelda games. Come on.
Hard knock scholars that rock street regalia.
Scholars that rock street regalia. If you're from the streets, those are hard knock scholars from the school of hard knocks, from the school of the streets. Versus like cap and gown, graduation regalia that you wear being a scholar, or that you wear that, like, you know, denominates your school or your area of study. Smooth flip there.
Reminisce, hidden regalia.
And then he flips the regalia into I'm regaling you with these thoughts, with this wisdom, with this knowledge.
Really paralyzed by the person.
Just really have to appreciate the thought process that's put into all these different word flips, right? Even though it's not absolutely insane, crazy like doubles and triples, it's still very, very clever writing and setups and just flipping things on their head.
Smell of paraphernalia, they feel pain because the guilt's still familiar. They eyes show you better.
That's a great line. They feel pain because the guilt's still familiar. I like that bar.
Then they tell you, until then you never seen a museum of failures.
Facts. Who do we celebrate in museums? Only victors. You're not going to have all the losers, all the failures in museums and lift them up, right?
I show you better than they tell you. Until then, you never seen a museum.
And I also like that line, eyes show you better than they tell you. They're not going to share the pain and the struggle that they've gone through, but you can see it through their eyes. The eyes are a window to the soul.
Museum of failures. They regret taught me about success. I became obediently rebellious. Yes, obedient to God, but the rebel within. Cause darkness only comes from the mind.
But also, for me, this is probably a stretch for me, but I think it's clever.
They eyes show you better than they tell.
I show you better than they tell you.
Until then, you never seen a museum of
seen. A museum of failures. A museum. A muse that you're inspired by, and I see them playing off of the scene, like his muses that he sees inspired by of failures. He's inspired by, and his muses come from those who come from the bottom.
Failures.
Could be a double.
They regret taught me about
I'm stretching, but hey, call me for a reach.
success. I became obediently rebellious. Yes, obedient to God, but the rebel within. Cause darkness only comes from the mind of men.
It's a great line too.
Darkness only comes from the mind of men.
The greatest battle that we go through in life is here.
What? Darkness only comes from the mind. Get out your head, trust your heart, find the light. Every soul contains the same potential to shine bright. Taj lost. My name's
I'm struggling with that right now, Taj. I appreciate those lines. I'm inside this way too much right now, and I need to focus more on this and trying to find my own light too. I'm going through some darkness.
Find the light. Every soul contains the same potential to shine bright. Taj Lost.
Great.
My name's Eric Jamal. My friends call me E. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm just addicted to bar hopping. Hey, I formed this bad habit.
That's crazy.
I take shots at these whack rappers.
That's crazy. That's a crazy setup. Like he's in Alcoholics Anonymous. Come on, we gotta do this one more time. You start off in Alcoholics Anonymous. Hi, my name is, and everybody goes hi. And I love how they play off it because this is what they do at the table, right? They echo other lines. They complement each other. So they do that group callback, that classic MC in style.
Potential to shine bright.
But he uses that like it's an AA meeting. And then he goes AA, like mic check, AA versus AA Alcoholics Anonymous. Come on.
I'm not an alcoholic. I'm just addicted to bar hopping.
Addicted to bar hopping because all these bars that he hops and that he gives us. Come on. Versus if you're hopping going from bar to bar because you are an alcoholic.
Hey, I formed this bad habit. I take shots at these whack rappers. To kill an MC, I like to do it old fashioned. Pull a mask out and tell him put his ass inside a casket. Spit fireballs until he turn to ashes. He ain't earned my satisfaction. Put me on the track and watch me run past him.
Hey.
At bare minimum, I'm first draft pick. My IP, hey, that's worth billions. You ain't gotta ask me. It all started with a passion. Let me tell you how it happened. In Ali's, I started rapping.
Hey.
Punchlines felt like him jabbing. Swung at every rapper till one hook caught the masters. Now like play, I sit with the caches.
Wow.
Molded and crafted.
Now this is very, very dense with the punchlines.
I miss bills for this rap shit. A Ramadan, Muhammad would say that I'm the fastest. Imagine if people of color created access. They fear Khan when Louis Vuitton out of fashion. Close-minded, they designed us to think with shackles. Niggas still trapping, police still come by harassing. That's why they say it's our blackness. But what the pigment was, our skin was never attractive. I'm Neo in 8 Mile, I followed the right rabbit. The one that can make tricks with the words and chose the battle. In Hunger Games, I am Katniss. My pen turned to an arrow. Locking Jay's blueprint, this is all a foreshadows. True hip-hopper, real boom bapper.
That's crazy. That's crazy, Eric. Eric's been cooking, man. Eric Jamal is just whoo.
I'm not an alcoholic.
The punchlines. And for me, it's not just the punchlines. It's his ability to set up the punchlines with his delivery and his amazing cadence changes and just style of delivering it so that the punchlines really do hit. You know, it's one thing to be very clever with your pen, to have great punchlines. It's another thing to really make those punchlines hit home. So even casual listeners will get them. And I feel like the casual listener this will hit with them and resonate with them too. And that's a gift in and of itself from Eric.
I'm just addicted to bar hopping. Hey, I formed this bad habit. I take shots at these whack rappers.
He's taking shots, he's firing at whack rappers versus he just did a little pantomime there just to make sure that bar hits that double. Taking a shot, playing off of the Alcoholics Anonymous.
Bar hopping. Hey, I formed this bad habit. I take shots at these whack rappers. To kill an MC, I like to do it old fashioned.
Tequila. We see the bar right there versus to kill an MC. Makes me think of To Kill a Mockingbird as well. And then he's got the mezcal. He's got the Taylor part. He's got the old-fashioned. I do it the old-fashioned way on these boom-bap beeps, right? Classic rap, classic old-fashioned versus drinking in old-fashioned. One of my favorite drinks, man. I like making old-fashions, especially around Christmas time.
Pull a mask out and teleport it.
Pull a mask out, right? And teleport his ass inside a casket versus Taylor Port, a type of wine. So he's got the mezcal that he's drinking, the shot bar setup before that. It's just crazy. To me, just the alcoholic bars and the initial setup from the Alcoholics Anonymous and the AA, man, is just flipping. I mean, that's densely packed. And I'm a huge fan of that. It's not just one punchline. It's when you can take that punch, build it again, build it again, build it again, build it again, and build it again. And that's what he's doing. And he continues to play off of that same theme and that same concept throughout this. It's dope.
Put his ass inside a casket, spit fireball.
Even a casket, right? Like in a cask, whiskey cask, mezcal, all that flipping.
See, I like to do it old fashioned. Pull a mask out and teleport his ass inside a casket. Spit fireballs until he turn to ashes.
Drinking Fireball, more shots again. Fireball liquor versus he's spitting those hot flames like Charizard right now.
Pull a mask out and teleport his
Crazy.
ass inside a casket. Spit fireballs until he turn to ashes. He ain't earned my satisfaction. Put me on.
Even that, the fire, he ain't earned. Being cremated, earning that versus EARN, earning his satisfaction.
On the track and watch me run past him. At bare minimum, I'm first
on the track, running on a track versus rum past him. A little bit of a bend for me because obviously the hard N on run versus rum, but the way he got away with it. He got away with it with the delivery, right? Rum past him.
He earned my satisfaction and put me on the track and watch me run past him. At bare minimum, I'm first draft pick. My IP.
At bare minimum, I'm first draft pick versus a draft and IPA. This is a ridiculous setup into beer, IPA, draft.
Satisfaction and put me on the track and watch me run past him. At bare minimum, I'm first draft pick. My IP, hey, that's worth billions.
His IP, hey, check this. It's worth billions, right? Ooh, man, what a setup that is. That IPA is just all delivered by the delivery, by having that pause. My IP, right? What I'm marketing and providing you, my IP, my true worth. Check this, and then just the way it goes, hey, IPA. Come on now.
Run past him. At bare minimum, I'm first draft pick. My IP, hey, that's worth billions.
That's nice. That's nice.
It all started with a passion. Let me tell you how it happened.
That singular bar right there, it just encapsulates what Eric Jamal does for me when I talk about just being able to really use his just expert delivery to set up and make sure these punchlines just hit home.
Hey, that's worth billions. You ain't gotta ask me. It all started with a passion. Let me tell you how it happened. In Ali's, I started rapping. Punchlines felt like him jabbing.
Muhammad Ali punchline versus his punchlines. All these flips that he's giving you when he was in Ali's, that's another double.
Tell you how it happened. In Ali's, I started rapping. Punchlines felt like him jabbing.
Even rapping, like you could start rapping up in order to punch versus his rapping that he's doing.
Swung at every rapper.
And he jabs with every single lyric versus Muhammad Ali jabbing.
Ali's, I started rapping.
Crazy.
Punchlines felt like him jabbing. Swung at every rapper till one hook caught the masses.
Till one hook. We call the chorus a hook in rap versus a hook because you're swinging the jab, the punchlines.
Punchlines felt like him jabbing. Swung at every rapper till one hook caught the masses. Now like Clay, I sit where the cash is.
I sit where the cash is, where the money is versus Cassius Clay, aka Muhammad Ali when he was in Ali's. That's crazy.
Molded and crafted.
Like I talked about, this setup starts with being in Ali's. And then he just goes punchline, 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 punchline. And literally, it's nice punchlines because it's all Muhammad Ali schemes. And then he brings it back around full circle, tying it back to Muhammad Ali with the Cassius Clay bar.
Till one hook caught the masses.
Crazy.
Now like Clay, I sit where the cash is. Molded and crafted. I miss bills for this rap shit.
Molded and crafted. Craft meals, craft. Crazy.
Like Clay,
versus having mold and craft on the meals.
Sit where the cash is. Molded and crafted. I miss bills for
Crazy.
this rap shit. A Ramadan. Muhammad would say that I'm the fastest.
And then that whole food setup right there with the mold and the craft lunches sets up and leads into the Ramadan. But for me, it goes even deeper. It goes even deeper because you think about the Muhammad setup before that, tying back to Muhammad Ali, but now transferring over to the Muslim bar to Muhammad, the Holy Prophet Muhammad. He's the fastest versus fasting because he missed meals. So doing it in that way versus being the fastest on these tracks with his mind and what he brings to the table. He's a rhyming Don versus Ramadan. That is observed when you fast. The Muslim schemes are crazy. And then if you think about that too, with Islam and the Muslim schemes, think about Muhammad Ali's history with Islam as well. And his conversion from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali. I mean, what a thought process. What a way to just like really spider web these bars and just weave all these different tie-ins and parallels, and it doubles and triples, man. Wow. What a pen.
I sit where the cash is. Molded and crafted. I miss bills for this rap shit. A Ramadan. Muhammad would say that I'm the fastest.
That's crazy.
Imagine if people
That's crazy.
Created access, they fear Khan when Louis Vuitton out of fashion.
So he's got a Minister Farrakhan bar here versus they would fear our kind.
Imagine if people of color created access, they fear Khan when Louis Vuitton out of fashion.
Man.
Close-minded, they designed us to think.
Louis Vuitton, not our fashion. Close-minded, flipping out of the Louis Vuitton scheme.
Shackles, niggas still trapping, police still come by.
And the black empowerment too.
Harassing, that's why they say it's our blackness, but what the pigment was, our skin was never attractive.
So he starts talking about, all of pigment, the pigment of my skin, versus what the police officer meant was, it was my blackness, why he pulled me over, right? Racially profiling me.
Harassing, that's why they say it's our blackness.
It's crazy. This is so like, I have to sit here and be realistic. I can't just jump out of my chair because I have to break all of this down. But it's insane. It's insane what he's doing right now. Crazy. What a setup. Neo following the White Rabbit versus, obviously, B Rabbit from 8 Mile. Eminem, he is literally the White Rabbit. His character is known as Rabbit in 8 Mile. He is white, and it ties back into, again, the pigment bars. Like I said, great setup with a punchline, and then holding on to some of the meanings and some of the themes from that punchline, and then bring it back for other punchlines. And he's the one in the Matrix. Neo is the one in the Matrix. He's in this Matrix of social media, of life right now, and he's the one. If you mock Eric Jamal's Jay, he's referring to himself. Mocking Jay's Blueprint versus a Jay-Z in one of the great Jay-Z albums, Blueprint, versus his Blueprint, versus mocking Jay, Hunger Games, Katniss Everdeen, pen firing arrows. Hunger Games, I am Katniss, my pen turned to an arrow, mocking Jay's Blueprint. He talks about battling, like rap battling, versus literally battles for your life within the Hunger Games. All the foreshadows, foreshadowing this. Because Hunger Games was a book. So a literary technique, you foreshadow what's to come. Versus he plays it into 4 shadows tying back in with the pigments. There's 4 of us here. Come on.
Papa, real boom bapper. No, I'm not your too cool rapper. Sometimes my jokes ain't funny.
Hey.
Sometimes I don't got money. Now fake 'em up, fake 'em up, fake 'em up, fake 'em. Watch 'em.
Yo, I gotta. Eric Jamal, I'm still reeling, man. I'm still reeling from the Eric Jamal verse right there. That was, whoo.
This is all the foreshadows. True hip hopper, real boom bapper. No, I'm not your too cool rapper. Sometimes my jokes ain't funny.
Real hip hopper, da 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 da. He goes very staccato, very percussive delivery right there. Again, I just love all the different flow patterns and pockets. It's so versatile from all of them.
No, I'm not your too cool rapper. Sometimes my
you hear the bass knocking. No, not you. He's just making sure that staccato rhythm is just matching that heartbeat bass underneath. I love that.
Jokes ain't funny.
Jokes ain't funny. Ba-dum-bum. You say, oh, nice joke. But you play that normally. That sound plays, that little ad-lib sound. When the joke normally doesn't really hit, it's not that funny. Maybe it's kind of corny, too obvious. So no, my jokes ain't funny. And then you hear the drums underneath of that.
Sometimes I don't got money. Now fake 'em up, fake 'em up, fake 'em up, fake 'em. Watch 'em big 'em up, build 'em up, then break 'em. Coast ain't a bow, posing for cloud. Can we reminisce?
Hey.
Shakalaka broke the shackles, nigga couldn't handle it. Off the chain, the slave name, he rebranded it. Raz Austin, how much it cost him? Dudes that he paid, minimum wage, exhaustion. No flexing, no flow.
The etymology scheme here, man. Talking about the roots of the name, but breaking the shackles, being off the chain. When we say someone is off the chain, that's dope. That's crazy. That's off the chain. Versus breaking free from slavery shackles, breaking free from the chains.
Shackles, nigga couldn't handle it. Off the chain, the slave name, he rebranded it. Raz Austin, how much it cost?
Versus being branded as a slave and he rebranded it and flipped it into, come on.
Dudes that he paid, minimum wage, exhaustion. No flexing, no flossing. He walked in Ross, people mispronounced the name often. Nor would you recognize the car.
He walked in Ross, right? Which is more budget-friendly clothing, right? This is my come up. I was shopping at Ross. Versus rebranding and how people mispronounce and flip it out of Ross versus his name, Raz Austin. Come on. Clever. Wage exhaustion, no flexing, no flossing. He walked in Ross, people mispronounce the name often. They mispronounce his name as Ross, and it's not Ross. Recognize the cloth. Love that. Cloth he cut from, and then he flips it into the clothing scheme out of Ross. Pronounce the name often, nor would you recognize the cloth he cut from. 2 Live, the nigga came to earth with a +1. Was I busting out the pin? 2 Live because there's 2 of us, and I'm 2 Live on the mic right now. +1, there's his twin right there. Love the shout out. Camera's about to die. Let's keep it running. From 2 Live, the nigga came to earth with a +1. Was I busting out the pin? I was only 16. Hey. Had a fetish for this shit every night. Wet dream. I was busting rap, even broke a condom in between. Like, oh, wait a minute, I've been raw for a minute. Say, who's in the place? Can you let us know your whereabouts? Hello, nice to meet you. We them niggas you been hearing about. I don't feel you rappers saying something we should care about. Gotta touch the people. Only way to make them feel it like, ooh. Wake 'em up, wake 'em up, wake 'em up, wake 'em up. Alright, the hot cat fiend, robust, the bean fiends on the mic. Touch screens, alright? But I'm tapping in on site. Mainstream is nice, but the underground get hype.
bust a rap, now the coast is back because
Man, we gotta break down some more of this. Come on.
like God is for this earth name.
Nice album plug too.
Know what you recognize the cut we cut from 2 lives. That nigga came to earth with a +1. Was I busting out the
Talking
pen?
about the cloth that he's cut from in his birth, but also look, I came with a +1 too. That's a nice tie-in back and shouting out his twin.
I was only 16. Had a nigga came to earth with a +1.
I like this cadence control here.
Was I busting out the pen?
Busting out the pen. I was only 16. Ba-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Like aggressive. First half of the bar. Second half of the bar, reel it back in, go a little bit higher. I love this control.
Cut from 2 lives. That nigga
Check
came
this.
to earth with a +1. Was I busting out the pen? I was only 16. Had a fetish for this shit every night. Wet dream. I was busting rap. Even broke a condom in between. Like God.
With the pen, busting, he was only 16 versus 16s. 16 bars in a verse that we give you as rappers.
For this shit every night. Wet dream. I was busting
Busting raps, busting on this shit, had a fetish, wet dream, his dreams of making it versus obviously the sexual schemes.
out the pen. I was only 16. Had a fetish for this shit every night. Wet dream. I was busting rap. Even broke a condom in between. Like God. Wait a minute. I've been raw for a minute. Say who's in the
God, I've been raw for a minute because he broke the condoms. Now you're in it raw dog versus obviously he's raw on the microphone.
place? Can you let us know your whereabouts? Hello, nice to meet you. We them niggas you been hearing
Hey.
about. I don't feel you rappers saying something we should care about. Gotta touch the people. Only way to make them feel it like ooh.
Man.
Wake 'em up, wake 'em up, wake 'em up, wake 'em up. Alright, the hot cat fiend, robust, the bean fiends on the mic, touch screens, alright? But
To me, wake him up, wake him up, wake him up goes a little bit deeper, right? Touching the people, but waking them up. Because look at the history of woke, right? Look at what woke meant to the black community and look how it got just twisted. And look how it's just been like vilified and completely changed. And for me, like waking them up, like trying to make them more awake, more aware, more woke in a different sense, it's almost like trying to reclaim that. Like there's some deeper messaging going on spiritually too.
wake 'em up. Alright, the hot cat fiend, robust, the bean fiends on the mic, touch screens, alright? But I'm tapping in on site. Mainstream is nice, but the underground
Tapping in on screens versus he's tapped in, he's locked in on site on this.
get hype. They pay attention, plus they value
When it's on site, this is what I'm giving you. The saying on site versus obviously on site when you're touching screens and flipping that.
tapping in on site. Mainstream is nice, but the underground get hype. They pay attention, plus they value the price of every true
Facts.
hit popper, real boom bapper,
Hey.
MC rocker,
Hey.
front row at the
Boom Bapper, MC Rocker. And what's he do? He does a classic MC and chant right here and shows the crowd control.
show.
I love the flip. At shows, it shows what we're doing.
It grows, the crowd control, the hey.
The crowd control, the hey, the ho, hey, ho. Come on now. The flips that he's doing and the homage being paid. But for me, I love he's literally showing crowd control as he has a crowd control bar.
The show, it shows, the line, it grows, the crowd control, the hey, the ho, the highs, the lows,
Nice.
with highs, with lows, we eat, with y'all, it's cold, it's God,
Smooth.
inside, the fifth, it's live, on Apple, on Tidal, on Spots, if I
Obviously,
catch
Spotify versus Spot. If I catch.
a vibe like that, we went across the map to smile and bust a rap, now the coast is back because
You been wondering where we been. Around the world, we brought it back again.
Hey.
This that sound that make you reminisce. It's all happening. You been wondering where we been. Around the world, we brought it back again. This that sound that make you reminisce.
I just noticed, can we appreciate right now the way this team is killing it? But Rio right now with the green Crocs, cooking in the green Christmas Crocs.
It's all happening. Everybody's flows just water under the bridge. Could give a fuck about your raps or the money you spend. This hip hop nigga, your fame won't survive this shit. Coming out the dungeons of rapping, the dragon skinny mink.
Nice.
All the beasts I slay live inside of my ink, flesh of my flesh.
Coming out of the dungeons in my dragon skin meat. Nice Dungeons and Dragons bar and setup right there versus he's coming through the fire like slaying dragons in his dragon skin.
Out the dungeons of rapping, the dragon skinny
Nice.
mink. All the beasts I slay live inside of my ink,
Hey.
flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. We connected on the brink. I found out it was all me at the end of it. Shadow working for free, I'm just trying to reap the benefits. Now I'm back at the beginning.
At
Hold
the end of it, trying to reap the benefits. Nice little Reaper and Death coming bar too.
at the end of it. Shadow working for free, I'm just trying to reap the benefits. Now I'm back at the beginning. Hold up, let me reminisce about the time I was a youngin' back in Colombia. In the land of Cain, I was able to listen to MTV raps with no cable.
Nice.
Back at Granny's house.
Nice Cain and Abel bar right there.
Calvos
Obviously, this beat just switch up right here is dope too.
And I was able to listen to MTV raps with no cable. Back at Granny's house. And then Calvo Sur de Bogota. Fat Five Freddy had the inside. Now I ain't speak no English at the time, but I still caught a vibe. Singing, yo.
He's talking about the Roost now, paying homage to Yo MTV Raps. Hosted by Fab Five Freddy. The original Fab Five. No, I'm not talking about Chris Webber, even though he played for DC for a little bit. Is that? That's right there. Hang on, you can't even see that. No, wrong way. Yeah. That's a Chris Webber jersey right there when he played for the Bullets back in the day. I know we didn't claim him for long, but shout out to Chris Webber, that Michigan Fab Five. But we're not talking about that Michigan Fab Five. We're talking about the original hip-hop Fab Five. Fab Five Freddy, a part of that group. Fab Five Freddy, one of the greatest graffiti artists and taggers of all time. Fab Five Freddy, come on, man.
MTV raps with no cable, back at Granny's house. And then Calvo Sur de Bogota. Fab Five Freddy had the inside. Now I ain't speak no English at the time, but I still caught a vibe. Singing, you're all I need. Wasn't enough for me, the melody that ran through my mind so much. I thought it grew feet, had me feeling like hip hop was the thing to be.
All I need. Is that a Mary J. Blige and Method Man shout out, man? Because that was back in the days of Yo MTV Raps, right?
That ran through my mind so much. I thought it grew feet, had me feeling like hip hop was the thing to be. Had dreams as an immigrant of seeing NYC. Fast forward, we getting flowers from the legends that planted the seed.
Nice.
We up in the league. Follow
the legends that planted the seeds so that we could grow. And then obviously those seeds turn to flowers. And now the legends are giving us flowers and passing the torch. I love that setup.
When protocol, they call it a prophecy. My style supreme over them pyramid schemes. It was all a dream. Niggas wanted it more than sleep. I be up all night cooking up.
It was all a dream. Shout out to Notorious.
Them pyramid schemes. It was all a dream. Niggas wanted it more than sleep. I be up all night cooking up that shit. Hey, yo, Coast, just how we do like this.
A nice flip out of wanted it more than sleep versus you have this dream and yet you're not sleeping for it. Nice flip on that.
Sleep, I be up all night cooking up that shit. Hey, yo, Coast, just how we do like this. We be in the spot, running back, mic check. Coast to coast, we got the world tapping in. LA, tapping in. The Bay, tapping in. The Shire, tapping in. NY, tapping in. Philly, tapping in. DC, tapping in. Everywhere we go, it's all happening.
Come on now. Give us some DC love, baby. Ooh. Man. Best hip hop group. Best hip hop group doing it right now in this present moment. You can't take that from Coast. I mean, I don't know how long this breakdown was. It's going to be another crazy long one. If you're at the end, thank you for being part of this. But first and foremost, go show Coast some love. Go subscribe to them. Go leave a comment on their video because comments help the algorithm. It helps to boost it. 188K views. This should be millions. Coast Contra, you're Knox Hill certified. Hope you guys liked today's video. Listen, if you're here at the end, obviously join the content. Do me a huge favor, support the channel directly. If you want to subscribe to my own channel, that also helps. That goes a long way. Notifications on, ring that bell. Also, it's Christmas time. Go get your Knox Hill merch. Bars gotta catch them all. What better Christmas gift for friends or family? And it supports the channel. I'll put all links down there. All right, everyone, stay safe, stay positive. Take care of this. You know I'll catch you again.
Take the power from my enemies. I count the hours until these monsters send for me. Protect what's ours, keep them cowards off the energy. I know that greed devours, keep it balanced on the M&T. Can bank my soul or break me in these hidden fees. Can take my code, though they imitate like mini-me's.